Hi everyone, it's Margaret and I am doing a look inspired by Scarlett Johansson. I recently saw some really cool pictures of her with her up and coming film called Lucy. I know that right now she's pregnant and she's getting ready to have a baby, and that's awesome. But definitely she's still glamorous, and the pictures from this new movie looks really interesting. She has um, a different type of character I think she's gonna play. It seems a little crazy in a way, but anyway, like she plays like she's lost in some place in Asia and she's drugged out or something. But anyway, so here's the look I am doing is more like a red carpet inspired look, and I love the way she wears her eyeliner and how she kind of goes for that retro look. So I really wanted to do something to pay homage to that look as well. So I am doing the foundation and just making sure that the skin is very, very even and flawless. Scarlett Johansson has such beautiful skin, and her skin always has like a natural glow to it. So you really want to make sure that you really have, especially when you're doing this like retro kind of look, you want to have really good coverage, especially if you have any blemishes and any demarcations and things like that. So here is definitely a really even toned foundation. I use basically with this I used a silicone base, and I think it has the best coverage. It seals really nice, and it creates a nice, really smooth finish. So now I'm taking my complexion brush and just setting. Now I don't set the eye area, just around the face and nose and chin and neck area. So you want to make sure everything is set. Don't, like I said, don't go over the eyes because you want to make sure that you have a good primer for the shadow. And then I did a little fallout powder. So now what I'm doing is I'm just evening everything out with some of the base. And then I'm going to take this like kind of skin tone color highlighting powder. And it has a little bit of a shimmer, but not too much. And it just kind of gives it a nice little reflection, but not too heavy. Because I want this to have sort of a kind of a neutral tone to it, even though we're going to do a pop of color lip. I want the eye makeup itself to have a very smooth finish. And I think with this eye color, that creates a nice, you know, tone to the eyes without taking a heavy dark color onto the lid. So now I'm taking more of a deeper flesh tone color. So as you can see the difference between the highlighting and then the color I'm using on the lid, it's all very neutral, bare colors. And so this is what I'm doing. So now I'm going to take my blending brush and just blend that in, and just add a little bit of contour on my blending brush, and just to create a little bit more of a third gradiated finish to this into the inner crease. So I'm taking basically that color and just merging those two, highlighting and the flesh tone darker lid in the middle, and just creating that nice tone. So now I'm taking a white pencil and I'm going right into the waterline, and I want to open the eyes up. So now I'm going right on the lash line on the lower lid, and I'm taking my contour color that I used on the inner part of the crease, and I'm just going to go right underneath the white liner onto the lash line. So this creates a real open eye look, but using these subtle kind of bare colors, it really doesn't have that heaviness to it. So it really creates a nice optical illusion. So as you can see her eyes, you can see how they're starting to gradiate. So now here I'm doing a trick. I'm taking a white pearl shimmer because I really want the lid to have a little bit like kind of that kind of shimmery kind of effect to it. So by taking that white shimmer onto the middle of the lid, you blend it all kind of just really perfectly over. Don't move it around too much, but just blend it in, and it creates that really nice highlight right on the middle of the lid. So now I'm taking a black pencil, and this black pencil, you want to make sure that it's got a nice fine point to it. and I'm just going to go right on the lash line. I'm not pulling it out, okay? So now I'm going to go with my um, black mascara. I'm using a very black mascara, and I'm just going to coat each lash on the top. And I'm going to definitely be adding more to the liner, but I just wanted to put that on there because I think it really creates a nice, um, you know, feel to the lashes. When once you do the liner, you want the lashes to really have that nice, clean effect to it. Okay, so now I'm going to go right into the inner part of the lid and just go a little bit and put a little bit more shimmer, but not so white like I did in the middle. So now I'm taking my blending brush, and it's a straight flat edge brush, okay? So I'm gonna go right along the top part of the liner, and I'm just gonna smudge it out a little bit, but not too heavy. So now I'm taking my angled brush with a black gel liner, and I'm going to go over that, and that way you can actually create a nice thicker line going over the pencil, and definitely bring the liner kind of tipping out into the inner, and as well I'm going to pull it out, giving it a little bit of a hook on the end. So this is a very retro liner. And as you can see, you want to definitely have a nice precise line. And this definitely has a nice shape to it. So, you may have to practice if you're not used to doing this. But definitely these liner looks are really cool. So now I'm just going to kick it out just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little kick. And because Scarlett Johansson definitely, she could be from the 50s, the 40s and 50s, the way she wears the makeup a lot. I really feel that she really does wear this kind of retro kind of feel a lot, and she really does pay a lot of respect to the retro look. So I really want to make sure that you stay true to this era, because the era of the retro eye makeup is very specific. So now I'm going to take like a sandy brown color powder to the eyebrows, and I'm just going to coat the brows. Now Candy here has really amazing brows, and so does Scarlett Johansson. So but I don't want the brows to be so heavy, so that's why I went with more of a kind of a smoky brown rather than a dark brown. And so now I'm going to pull the liner out, because then what you want to do is you want to make sure that it measures in the circumference of where the eyebrow ends, and you want to make sure that if you hold the brush from the liner to the brows, you want to make sure that it has a nice perfect angle. So see how it's kind of just tipping out and it stops right where the end of the brow ends, as far as the spacing, and that's really what you want to do. And look how pretty that looks. It's very, very Sophia Loren as well. I love this look. It's such a great look. So now I'm going to use a pop of color, and definitely Scarlett Johansson loves her red lipstick, and I love the way she wears the red lipstick, so I'm going to definitely go with a red, but instead to keep it more modern, I'm going to keep it very glossy. So I'm using a high pigment red, a true red lip gloss, and this is such a pretty look, because the gloss still keeps it lighter. It's not as heavy as a regular matte red lip, because it tends to look really heavy. But at night, if you want to go a little bit more glam, definitely you can go with a solid red matte lip, and I think it'll do really beautiful with this look. But I like this because it's kind of got more of a modern feel to it. You can wear it during the day, and it's such a cool like texture with the gloss, and it just adds a lot of attention to the lips. And if you have good lips, definitely, why not? And so this is basically what, what we're going to really achieve here with this look, is that real clean, flawless look. And this is a highlighting powder I'm going to add, and I'm going to put it above the cheekbones just to pop up the cheekbones, and definitely along the bridge of the nose and the temple and the chin. And this definitely creates a nice effect. If you like my techniques and you are interested in becoming a makeup artist, please go to www.mkcbeautyacademy.com. We have fabulous online training as well as in-person training or blended training. Thank you so much for watching my Scarlett Johansson inspired look. I hope you try it out. If you like my channel, subscribe and stay tuned for more. Thanks so much. Bye.